guys, my name is Ciara and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let me just start by saying no, you do not need to adjust your screens, people. This is what I'm supposed to look like right now. As you can see from the title of the video, I decided to do a skincare routine video today. I wanted to give you guys a good idea of where my skin is at. I also thought it would be a good excuse to film in my fluffy robe. I actually washed it specially for the occasion. Usually it's like covered in makeup and stuff. Maybe it actually does have some makeup on it. So as you can probably tell, my skin is far from perfect. I have very pale Irish skin, I have freckles, I have discoloration, I have small blemishes, I have lines, but hey, this is what my skin looks like, and to be honest, I am pretty happy with it. I feel like my skin is in so much better condition than it was even 2-3 months ago, and I think that is partially due to some of the products that I have been using. So recently I decided to switch my skincare routine up. I just felt like the products I was using weren't working for my skin. I was getting more breakouts, I felt like my skin was getting oilier, and I just didn't think that they were working for me. So I chucked what I had and I decided to start a new routine. So if you want to see what products I've been using in my everyday skincare routine, then keep watching. The first product in this is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. So I'm going to open it up and show you guys what it looks like on the inside. It is like kind of like a thick cream. I've used a bunch of different daily moisturizers, and this one I feel has worked for my skin better than any other has before, and there's a few reasons why. The first reason is that I feel like it goes on your skin so smoothly. A tiny amount goes a long way. Like, you literally just need to dab your finger like in it and you have enough to cover like half of your face. So the product is really generous. It's fantastic in that sense, which is also better for your money as well. It goes on really smoothly. The consistency feels amazing on my skin. It has like a slight cooling effect. It feels like that anyway. But what I love is my makeup goes on like a dream. Because let's face it, I wear makeup most days for the work that I do, and I often wear heavy makeup for filming or photographic work. It makes my skin feel really hydrated and really nourished, and it's not too oily. What I'm beginning to notice with my skin, I think I have combination skin because it goes between being a little bit dry and a little bit oily, and this does not aggravate me, and I will definitely be repurchasing this when it finishes. To be honest, I'm probably going to get quite a while out of this before I have to repurchase it, but yes, I'm loving this, guys. So happy with it. So that's pretty much it for my daily moisturizer. That's the only thing that I put on my skin, and then after that I just go ahead and put on my makeup. I think the more exciting part of this video is what I do in the evenings and how I take off my makeup and what I put on before bed, because really that is the best time to really get into your skincare and use a good product, because it's really gonna go to work when you're sleeping, and I love the feeling of putting on really nice night creams before you go to bed, and then you just get into bed and your sheets and your silk pillow and you just feel like you're sleeping and getting your beauty sleep, and oh, I just love it. So the first thing is what I use to take off my makeup, and that is the No. 7 Beautiful Skin Cleansing Oil. Now, as you can see, this is completely empty. So guys, like, I've been using this. I tell you no lies. This is what I use all the time. I'm going out today to repurchase this. Probably 2 or 3 of them. So this is the cleansing oil. I actually can't remember how much it costs because it's been so long ago, but I will obviously find the price and leave it in the link below. The links to all the products will be in the description box below. So this guy I have been using, again, every single time I take off my makeup. I do maybe 2-3 pumps. I wet my skin, and then I do 2-3 pumps of this, and I rub it all over my hands and rub it all over my face, and it breaks down my makeup in seconds. And often I'm wearing primer, I'm wearing heavy foundation, I'm wearing concealer, I'm wearing powder, contour, blusher, highlighter, the works, and this takes it all off in seconds, and it feels amazing on the skin, it feels gentle on the skin, and it just breaks down all that makeup. Because girls, like, if you're wearing a lot of makeup like I am, sometimes you need to take it all off at the end of the day. You have to make sure it's all gone, or it's going to destroy your skin. Also have a little cheeky tool that I use to take it off. So this is the Nima mitt. So it's called a magic mitt, and it's by the company Nima Brush. They do amazing makeup brushes. They're an Irish company as well. So this is what the card looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay, so it basically just looks like a face cloth. It's a very pale pink color. Like, there's no point in even really showing it to you because it just looks like a face cloth on camera. So this is basically a microfiber mitt. It's got a little thing here, so you put it on your hands, and like I said, I put the oil all over my face, when I'm taking off my makeup, and then I use this to like rub it all off, and it just gets my skin so clean. The reason that I love this over a regular face cloth is because of the microfibers. It really takes off everything off your skin. You kind of use it in like a buffing motion. You don't want to rub or like pull, because you don't want to do that to your skin. I do like circular buffing motions, and it just gets all of that makeup off, and it feels really nice. Then what I do is I rinse it with soap. I usually use a natural soap, and then I hang it up on a hook that I have on my wall just to let it dry. And you can use these, like they're so cost effective. I think it's about a tenner. And you can use it for like 6 months. If you just keep washing it, it's absolutely fine. Like as long as it's clean, the mitt will last. It's really good material. Because I use this so much, I've gone through a couple of these. I was in Sephora in Paris. You'll see from my Paris vlog, which was my last video that I posted, that I was in Paris for a couple of days. And of course I had to call into Sephora because I've never been there before. So I picked up another product that I'm gonna show you. Here we go. So this is the makeup eraser. So some of you guys might recognize this. This is basically the same premise as the Magic Mitt. It is a microfiber cloth that you use to remove your makeup. So I use this in the exact same way. I basically just alternate between the two of them. And again, with these guys, you just want to rinse them, make sure they're clean, hang them up to dry, and every week or so you can pop them in the wash if you want to give them a proper wash. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. Another product that I use, I don't use it every day, but I use it about once, twice a week, is this guy. It is called the Clarisonic. So I'm sure you guys have seen this before. It kind of caused a massive stir in the beauty world when it first launched, but basically it is an exfoliating tool, I guess. It was kind of wet. If I feel like my skin needs a good scrub, I make sure all my makeup is off my skin, and then I use a little bit of this, which is one of the Clarisonic cleansing solutions. What I do is wet my skin, put a bit of product on this, and then I turn it on, and I go in circular motions around my face, particularly here on my oily T-zone, around here. Then I move on to the other cheek. I take a lot of time on my nose, even though it tickles so much. Like, it took me ages to do it. It's like, oh, it's awful. It makes you want to sneeze. So I do my nose, even though it tickles so much. I obviously focus on my T-zone, and I basically work everywhere around my face with this guy. It beeps when it wants you to move on to a different section, and it also beeps if you push too hard on the skin. So while it might seem quite harsh to use something like this, it actually is gentle on your skin, and the feeling of clean after I use this, like my skin is squeaky clean after it. It's amazing. And your product that you use afterwards goes on so nicely. You feel like it really penetrates into the deeper layers of the skin. So yeah, this is definitely a bit of an investment. It's probably the most expensive part of my skincare routine. I really do recommend this, guys. It's fantastic. I really love it, and I feel like it's the best exfoliator I could ask for my skin. After my skin has been removed of all traces of makeup and cleaned, and maybe it's been exfoliated with the Clarisonic, and this is probably my favorite part because I love the feeling of putting on a really nice oil or serum before you go to bed. I just think it feels so good. I have tried a few night creams, and every single night product that I've used without fail has been too oily for my skin. This is the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery, and I'm serious, guys, by far, of any products that I've used, this works the best with my skin, because I put this on at night and I wake up in the morning and there is no oil residue on my face. This soaks into my skin and I wake up with no extra oil. So the Midnight Recovery Concentrate, as you can see, comes in a tiny little bottle. It has a little dropper. Ooh, so fun. When I'm using this at night, I use 3 drops. I put 1 drop, I actually tilt my head back because I don't want to waste any of the product. But 1 drop here, rub it all in, like take my time, rub it in slowly. 1 drop here, rub it all in, kind of a little bit on the nose, but mostly focusing here. 1 drop there and rub it all in. And it just feels so good. It has an amazing smell. I wake up in the morning after having this on, my skin feels really soft, and again, the most important thing, there's no excess oil on my skin. This was happening to me with so many other products, expensive ones that were much more expensive than this, and I was putting them on and they just weren't soaking into my skin. And this, whatever it is about it, it's kind of like a drier consistency. Obviously it is liquid, it is an oil, but it's a drier oil. I've been wearing it every night and it hasn't been clogging my pores. So the product that I use on my eyes at night is also by Kiehl's. This is their Super Multi-Corrective Eye Opening Serum, and I absolutely love this. It feels amazing when it goes on. It actually does like dry in quite quickly. There's still that little bit of residue when you go to sleep, but that's what you want really. And then when I wake up in the morning, like with the midnight concentrate, there's no residue on my face, which is perfect. So those are the products that I use before I go to sleep. They feel so nice on my skin when I go to bed. I also sleep on a silk pillow, which I'll probably tell you guys more about in another video, but I feel like together these products at night, the eye serum and the midnight concentrate, they've just been working wonders for my skin. I feel like my skin looks brighter and I feel like it looks healthier, but the main thing is that I'm not breaking out. And when I was using night products before, they were all making me break out. After I have done my serum and my eye cream, just before I go to bed, I also use a little bit of this 8-hour cream. I do like to scrub my lips a tiny bit with my face cloth when I'm cleansing my skin, just to take off any dead skin that happens. It's so gross, I hate it. It makes your lipstick go on all weird. So I take off any dead skin, and then before I go to bed, I put a tiny bit of this on my lips, and I just feel like it's perfect. It works overnight and it just leaves them so much softer and more supple in the morning. And then of course, I don't think I could be an Irish girl and do a skincare routine without Sudocrem. So I'm assuming you guys probably all know what this is, but if you haven't heard of this product before, Sudocrem is like a rite of passage for Irish people. The smell of this reminds me of being a toddler and wearing nappies, because this is what my mum used to use for nappy rash. For mild blemishes and mild breakouts, this is a fantastic spot treatment. It doesn't have any of those harsh drying chemicals that people use to treat acne. So it's great for just if you have a tiny little bit of a blemish that you want to clear up. So what I do with this is that I apply a very thin layer on the area while I go to bed. And guys, I mean a very thin layer. Like the one mistake that girls make when they use Sudocrem is they slather a really, really thick layer on, and then they wonder why their skin is completely clogged in the morning. This is meant to be put on a thin layer, and this is cheap as chips, you guys. Like, just buy some to have in your arsenal. It's so, so good. As well as my skincare routine that I'm doing at home, I have also started to get more facials. Obviously, this is expensive. I don't do this all the time, and it is, of course, that little bit of a luxury that sometimes is just not practical. But I've been really, really enjoying them when I do get the chance to go. So my favorite spot for facials is, of course, Blink and Wink on Dawson Street. They do my lash extensions, which you guys probably know already if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat. I am addicted to. I wear them all the time, and they actually make me feel so much more comfortable wearing less makeup, because they just add that drama to your look, and they just make you look like you're done all the time, which is amazing. So I go to them for their Declor facial. I think it's called Declor. And it's a really, really nice facial. It's not too long. It's an express one. You're in and out in under an hour. And to be honest, I'm not really too sure of all the different steps and what they do. All I know is I lie down, and Ramona, who does the facial, exfoliates. She talks to me about certain areas of my skin, what I need to be looking out for, what I need to be taking care of. It's like a little mini analysis, but she takes really, really good care of me, and it just feels amazing and so luxurious. And I know that whilst after the facial my skin's a little bit red and a little bit kind of weird looking, that the next few days, and obviously the week after and even more, I really notice a difference in the brightness of my skin. It just feels that bit more lovely. Whilst I don't think that facials are key, I think with a good skincare routine you can really get your skin to a really, really good state. It's so, so nice to go in and see a professional every once in a while, even if it's every 3 months or 6 months, and have them take a look at your skin, talk to them about your concerns. They might be able to recommend you know, something new that you can do to help it. And also it's just so luxurious and such a treat as well. So definitely, I can't wait to book into my next one because I love it. That is everything. That is my skincare routine, and let me just say, what works for me might not work for someone else. So really, while this routine I feel like works for me perfectly, you know, don't take my word as absolute gospel, because a product that I use might not work for you. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any suggestions for videos that you'd like to see, if you'd like to see an everyday makeup routine or anything like that, maybe a get ready with me, then leave me your suggestions in the comments below. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my weekly videos. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!
To keep on loving me.